Okay, so what kind of situation do we have at the moment from a CHF JPY perspective? We know that on the daily we have previous resistance, which is now turned support at this area. The market already tested it once, tried to complete the impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside. However, at the moment it seems like the market failed to go back above the previous high and went back down to retest again this area. Now, is this move to the downside just to grab some more liquidity before the move to the upside, or is it the start of the break of this structure level? And this move to the upside was actually just a fake to make everybody buy CHF JPY to then break to the downside and hunt all the stop losses that are below this low. Well, that is exactly why trading is reactive and not predictive. You can't know that, but what you can know is exactly which are the rules of your strategy. At the moment, with students, we are not looking for any buying opportunities. If the market here on CHF JPY will continue to the upside, we are absolutely fine with missing out on this potential trade because it's not satisfying our rules. Now, let's go and see quickly what we have from a COT perspective on CHF JPY. So, what hedge funds are doing on the CHF and what hedge funds are doing at the moment from a JPY perspective. Let's start from a CHF. Now, on CHF, what we can clearly see is that with the last reports, nothing has really changed. Net positions more or less remained the same. And with the last report, we can see that they added 1K longs and closed 1K shorts, but more or less, net positions didn't really change. We went from 6K to 8K. CHF is definitely not interesting. What is very interesting on the other side is the JPY, because during a period of uncertainty, money should be flowing to the JPY. And in fact, all JPY pairs have been making nice moves to the downside. However, what we can see lately is that hedge funds are starting to take their profits on these longs. It's clear that they had added a lot of longs. We went from minus 44K net positions all the way up to plus 32K net positions here. So from having shorts greatly outweighing longs to having longs greatly outweighing shorts. In fact, even now we are sitting at 52K longs and 24K short positions from an institutional perspective on the JPY. Now, what we can see during this move is that yes, they are taking profits on their longs, but are they adding shorts? No, they're still closing shorts. What does it mean? It means that this is just profit taking and they want to be adding longs again. So we can expect JPY to get stronger in the near future, or basically actually in the long term in this kind of situation that we're having now. So how we will be approaching CHF JPY with students. Now, on the daily, we have already identified this level. We go up on the weekly, and we can see that on the weekly, we have structure here. Sorry, I will be more precise. We have structure here. It was support here. Support broke to the downside, went for a retest, became resistance, and the market is currently retesting this area again. From a monthly perspective, we can see that on the monthly, again, we have also some monthly support at this area. So, since from a monthly we have support, on the weekly we have resistance, on the daily we have support, this is a very contradicting pair at the moment to be looking for any possible opportunities, and it's the reason for which it is not on our watch list yet. But what we will be looking at on this pair is, as we already said, if the market from here just explodes to the upside, we don't care missing out on this move. There are definitely better pairs to be following. But if CHF JPY will break this structure to the downside, then after the break, we will have this information. And after an information, what do you expect? You expect the market to make a move to the neckline. So if the market will break to the downside, we will be first monitoring price action from a 4-hour perspective, waiting for the market to provide to us one of our valid entries. And as soon as the market provides to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking first a very nice long position for the completion of the pattern at the previous support to resistance, aka the neckline of the information. And then we will be monitoring price action from a 4-hour perspective inside of this region, waiting for the market to provide to us one of our valid entries. And as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we'll be taking a nice short position with a very good risk to reward and very good probabilities for a move to the downside and completion of this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the downside, and for the test of this very important low. So if the market continues to the upside on this pair, not interested. If the market breaks to the downside, first we will be looking for a long with students if our rules will be satisfied from an entry perspective, and then we will be looking for a short if our rules will be satisfied from an entry perspective on the retest of the structure for the completion of the pattern. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis and education, make sure you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you, and I will see you in the next video.